Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We were told that the Russians are dead in the water and the Ukrainians are pushing them back to, I don't know, Vladivostok or something. Well, the Ukrainian media outlets, report that actually the Russians are conducting offensives on 3 fronts and defensive operations on 4. So someone is, I don't know, lying. So let's see what's going on here. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda. It is from November 28, 2022. So it's from the Ukrainian side. Russian army attacks on 3 fronts and conducts defense on 4, General Staff report. So the Russian army intends to go on the offensive on the Liman, Bakhmut and Avdiivka fronts, while defending its positions from Ukrainian forces on the Zaporozhye, Kryvyi Rih and Kherson fronts. Well, if you remember, it was the 4th one, so it was not only Liman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, it was Novopavlivka. Liman came into play about 3 days ago. Before that, I haven't heard Liman being an offensive operation conducted by the Russians. It was Novopavlivka, but Novopavlivka, I don't know where it's at right now. So let's see, because they give details on what's what and who's where. The source, current information from the main operational directorate of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine as of 1800, 6 p.m. on Monday, today, November 28th, which when that was 6 o'clock over there, here probably it was, I don't know, 11 a.m. or maybe something like that, 11 or 10 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. On day 278 of the full-scale war, Russian occupiers conduct nearly 10 strikes against Ukrainian positions and civilian targets from multiple launch rocket systems. A risk of further strikes on critical infrastructure facilities on the territory of Ukraine persists. In particular, the Russian army is preparing aviation groups and rocket carriers. So Russian army is preparing aviation groups and rocket carriers. Okay. On the Volyn, Polisia and Siversky fronts, the situation has not changed significantly. There are no signs of Russian offensive groups forming. On the Slobozhanske front, Russian occupiers shelled the settlements of Kazacha, Lopan, Strelecha, Ohirtseve, Budarki in Kharkiv Oblast with mortars and artillery rockets. Russian forces are on the defensive on the Kupiansk front. The settlements of Kupiansk, Tabiavka, Krokhmlane and Kharkiv region were fired at front artillery and mortars. On the Liman front, now here is where it's the offensive operation, according to the Ukrainians. On the Liman front, the Russian army is focusing on offensive operations. The entire spectrum of artillery was used to fire not far from Makivka and Navske in Luhansk Oblast and Yampolivka and Torske in Donetsk Oblast. On the Bakhmut and Avdiivka front, Russian forces continue to focus their main effort on conducting offensive actions. Several settlements were attacked from tanks and artillery, among them Spirne, Yakovlivka, Bakhmutske, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Vodiane, Pervomaiske, 3 more, all this in Donetsk Oblast. Now, on the Novopavlivka front, this is where it used to be an offensive, Russian troops carried out attacks on Ukrainian positions in the settlements of Vuhledar and Naskuchny in Donetsk Oblast. On the Zaporozhye front, Russian troops are conducting defensive operations. Localities such as Vremivka, Novosilka, Novopil, Chervone, and about 3 more in Oblast, in Zaporozhye Oblast, were attacked. On the Kryvyi Rih and Kherson fronts, Russian troops are in a defensive position in a temporary occupied territories. Ukrainian troops and settlements on the right bank of the Dnipro River, and in particular the city of Kherson, are being shelled ceaselessly. So they continuously, let's put it this way, it's better. Well, this is the general report from the Ukrainians, and nothing spectacular, it seems, at least to me. 3 offensive operations according to these guys, 4 defensive ones. That's it. Well, I keep you posted in case something special happens tonight. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.